Lights, camera, breakfast.
Breakfast?
Labas itlog.
Today, we're hitting play on all things movies, first cinema, memories, favorite snacks, and the films that shaped our childhood.
From VHS to Netflix, jump scares to ba't may Jollibee dito sa script? Smuggled into the theater.
Yeah.
We're rolling out all the feels.
Yung mga nag-smuggle ng mga Yum Burger, kaya nangangamoy yung sinihan.
Ba't amoy
Potato corner. Potato corner, number 1.
Ba't amoy high
Jamaican
school?
patty.
Yung
Yan.
Ano, bakit amoy?
High school.
High school. Let's start your morning right. This is GM to you.
Okay, so again, we are GM2U, and for our first segment of this episode, we're gonna go walk down memory lane once again. So, yung topic namin for memory lane is, what was the first movie you ever watched in a cinema? So ako, I mean, nung nabasa ko to, sabi ko, parang hindi ko naman matandaan kung ano yung pinakauna kong napanood sa cinema. Pero, sasabihin ko na lang is kung ano yung kinalakihan ko na pinapanood sa sinehan nung bata ko. Which is, you know, ngayon na adults na tayo, na may Marvel Cinematic Universe and everything, nababad trip tayo dito sa series of movies na to pagdating December. Pero kasi yun yung nag-shape ng cinema sa atin as kids, which is yung Metro Manila Film Festival.
Oh, yeah.
Yan. So, for me, nung kabataan ko, yan yung lagi kong inaabangan nung bata ko, na kapag every December, magpaparade pa yan sa Quezon Avenue. Makikita mo sila Vic Soto, tapos Shake, Rattle, and Roll Float, whatever. So, yun yung nag-shape nung kabataan ko. Kayo ba? Anong movie yung nag-shape sa kabataan nyo?
Ako alala ko. Kasi it's legendary amongst the Gen Z. It's Cars. Tapos pinanood ko siya on premiere night pa.
Ka-chow!
Ka-chow! I am Speed.
Wait lang, wait.
Cut that out. Joke lang. I'm just referencing memes, guys. I'm not clowning everybody. Or anybody, for that matter. Pero ayun, Cars, kasi unang-una parang, wow, talking Cars. Pangalawa, alala ko na siya. Like, dati kasi it didn't matter. Pero yung, it was premiere night. So, syempre, first time watching a cinema. Tapos alala ko, nasa market pa ako nun kasi ang lawak. Tapos everyone was laughing nung may mga scenes si Mater doon. Hindi ko malala which one. Pero alam ko madaming tumawa kasi at that time, the jokes made sense kasi may Michael Schumacher, may mga NASCAR fans, bata-bata ba si Dale Earnhardt Jr. kung mga fans kayo. Hindi siya pa yung thunders na ngayon. Ano pa? Yun talaga eh. Maybe another one siguro. Ako lang, two more tangent before I ask si Stephen would be two runner-ups would be Speed Racer, the Wachowskis live action, mind you. That's so underrated if you ask me. Tapos, kahit alam ko medyo wasak siya for Wachowski's movie. And The Princess and the Frog, the last ever, kumbaga, classic era Disney. Kasi, premiere night ko din yun pinanood. Kasi, yun nga, that was Disney's last ever from the classic era. Yung mukhang Mulan pa yung animation before, Pixar took over everything and, we started putting political agendas into the animations and stuff like that.
Ako, hindi ko makakalimutan yung first ever movie na pinanood ko. Naalala ko pa yun. Ay, hindi. Sa Green Hills Vira Mall pa yun. Godzilla.
Wow. Wait, yung black and white?
Hindi naman. May black and white ba na
Black and white na Godzilla?
No.
yung ano, yung tao pa yung Godzilla, hindi pa animated.
Nung miniature pa yung syudad, nung hindi pa CGI.
Hindi, CGI naman na. Hindi ko alam kung sino yung bida doon. Basta 1996 or 7.
Yeah, yung American-made Godzilla to.
Oo.
Yung hindi siya mukhang Godzilla.
Oo.
Yeah.
Bakit memorable yun? Kasi after nun, hindi na ako masyado nanonood ng sine. Kasi parang na-trauma ako dun sa movie. Pero mo, parang 3-4 years old ako, nanonood ako ng Godzilla. As in, naaalala ko hanggang ngayon, sumisigaw ako dun sa sinihan. Sabi ko, takbo! Mga tao, takbo! Takbo! Ang ingay ko sa sinihan, as in. Kasi nga nakakatakot siya for me. Dun nga, the sad part of me being born in the late 90s and early 2000s is yung panahon na yun, very, sabihin na natin sikat, yung pambobomba sa sinihan. Kaya wala akong masyadong memory ng nanonood ng sinihan. Kasi diba yung uso yung mga bombings noon sa Metro
Anong year ba to? For the audience?
1998 or 2000s, mga ganun.
Yeah.
2001.
So this is
si Matthew Broderick pa to. Si Matthew Broderick.
So this was before the Rizal Day bombing, everyone.
Yeah.
Just to let you know.
Ito yung mga kapanahunan na lumalabas yung rumor na yung may-ari ng Robinsons.
Yung
ahas. Yun yung kapanahunan nun eh.
Yes. Correct.
Tandaan natin. Ano ba yan? Pero yun.
Let's make yourselves feel younger naman. At least hindi this was way before sumabog yung Luke Ewan out of nowhere from a gas leak. Glorieta. Oo. We're not that old people.
Pero yun, I mean, from what the audience hears right now from 3 different perspectives, yung akin kasi yun nga, parang yan, Enting Kabisote, Shake, Rattle, and Roll. Si RG, a little bit modern, a little bit US focused. Si Stephen naman, parang nag-skandalo sa sinehan. Pero, I mean, which is, fair kasi halos lahat may ganong experience, whether bata ka, teenager, talagang may experience mo yun. And we're back on this next segment, which is called What's on Your Plate. So yung pag-uusapan naman natin, ito yung paborito namin tatlo. Pagkain na naman, 100%. So itong pag-uusapan naman namin ngayon on this segment is kung ano yung ultimate Pinoy movie snack kahit sino. Usually kasi meron na tayo ng popcorn, candy, blah blah blah.
Yung burger,
para sa akin, para sa akin kasi yung popcorn tsaka candy boring eh. Ako kasi, in my personal experience, ang ultimate Pinoy movie snack ko, potato corner. Terra, half
parang
cheese, half
mahirapan ka
barbecue.
sabihin yun.
Kasi okay, as a 15-year-old, patay gutom ako. So, kailangan ko ng pera.
Kaya mong kainin yun?
We don't judge you. Patay gutom din ako.
Kaya mong ubusin yun? Yung pera?
Oo, kaya mong ubusin yun. Minsan kulang pa.
Pero wala pang tera. Wala pang tera ng mga bata pa tayo, mind you. Giga pa lang yung pinakamalaki.
Meron ng tera nun. Meron na.
Pero mahal, medyo mahal.
Hindi, pero
medyo
like
mahal siya. Yeah.
Medyo mahal. Yung tera kasi abot kaya for some reason eh.
Yeah, pero ako yun nga. Para sa akin talaga tera ng potato corner, half cheese, half barbecue. Tapos i-mix ko pa yun. Di ba naka-paper bag? I-shake ko pa yun para talagang cheese and barbecue yung flavor. Talagang panalo. For other people, katulad nung sa nanay ko, ang paborito niya, para sa kanya, ultimate Pinoy movie snack ng nanay ko, is, yung adobong mani.
Oh.
Classic.
Yan.
Classic.
Oh. Ang kalaban nun, sumasakit yung tuhod niya.
Gout.
So napuputol yung pagnood namin ng sine.
Teka lang, sumakit likod ko.
How unfortunate.
meron bang, sa tingin nyo ba, meron pang mas classic na Filipino, ultimate movie snack?
Di yung
Teacher Crispy Pata. Hindi, joke.
Wow.
Crispy Pata.
Crispy Pata sa sinehan.
Saan nagaling yun? May dala ka pang suka, toyo.
Tapos narinig mo kada lakad mo.
I might agree with RG. Kasi naalala ko nung nag-upcut ako, di ba pag nag-upcut ka sa UP, pwede ka magdala ng pack lunch.
Snacks, yes.
Or snacks. Grabe, yung katabi ko, ang dala niya, paksiw. Hindi, seryoso ako. Paksiw. Kasi nakihimay siya doon sa desk niya. Ganun, habang nag-i-exam. My gosh. Sabi ko. Kaya, posible yung crispy pata kay RG.
Ginawa nga sa sinihan yung entrance exam. Pero drama, magdadala ako ng paksiw.
Pero tingin ko, wala nang mas ka-classic pa sa tender juicy hotdog na jumbo na naka-stick. Tapos smothered with UFC ketchup.
And mayonnaise. Yung mayonnaise.
And mayonnaise. Malas mo na lang kung malalaglag yun doon sa kadiliman ng sinihan.
Clearly, nanonood ka sa SM. Clearly, nanonood ka sa SM.
Tama, kasi nanonood kami ng Lilo and Stitch sa Mega Mall. Nakaapak ako ng ketchup. Tapos sabi ko, bakit amoy tender juicy na may UFC? Okay. That explains it.
Ba't madugo? Ay, teka lang, ketchup lang. Horror movie ba itong pinapanood kong Lilo and Stitch?
5D pala no? Hindi 4D. 5D.
Ay, sorry, Final Destination. Uy, wow, 3D. Ay, sorry, ketchup lang pala.
I guess because of the availability of movies now, meron na kasing Netflix, mga streaming services. So, a lot of people now can actually watch movies from home.
With crispy pata.
With crispy pata, yes. So, finally, na-connect natin, di ba? Ang galing. pero going back. So, now that there is accessibility for movies at home, para sa akin, kapag manunod ako ng movie, parang mas masarap pa rin yung popcorn galing theater. Yeah. Kasi yung microwavable popcorn. So, the question is, ano yung bakit siya mas masarap, or bakit parang iba yung dating nung pagkain sa theater tsaka yung pagkain mo sa bahay kung parehas lang naman sila, kung let's say parehas lang popcorn yan, or better yet, imagine this scenario, pumunta ka ng Baliwag, bumili ka ng crispy pata, tapos either pumunta ka ng sine para manood or umuwi ka para manood. Same thing, pero parang sa isip ko lang parang iba yung dating nung pagkain. Di ba? Kasi yung parang mas ramdam mo kasi sa sinehan. Kaya parang mas masarap yung pagkain.
Hindi kaya dahil yung popcorn sa sinehan niluluto sa hindi masyadong nahugasang pot.
Hindi. Well, besides that, pero di ba may TikTok? I don't know if it came across your feed or Instagram reel that explains na yung popcorn sa sinehan uses a different tayo 'di ba we like to toast it in butter.
Yeah.
Karaniwan 'di ba kasi butter popcorn. Yung sa sinehan apparently they use margarine na butter flavored. So ibang-iba yung feel niya kasi margarine, it's plant fat, it's not animal fat. And pangalawa, it's artificial butter yung flavor. Tas not to mention daw, they use a specific kind of cheese. Hanapin niyo na lang yung mga nanonood, hanapin niyo na lang yung reel na yun. Pero that explains or they use a different kind of powder. Kaya ibang-iba yung lasa.
Johnson's ba yan?
Right. Ata. I don't know.
Hindi na get si RJ.
Yun nga I'm just joking. I played it off.
Pinatulan ba?
Pinatulan ko nga. Johnson's yan. Oo.
Pero yun,
I mean, yun na lang.
For a lot of Filipinos, a lot of different people who go to the movies, talagang may specific snack sila. And whatever that is, kung yan ang nagpapasaya sa'yo when you watch movies, please keep on doing it. Whether sa bahay ka man nanonood or sa sinehan, kung na-enjoy mo yan, popcorn man yan, or crispy pata man yan, basta na-enjoy mo, please continue doing so. Kasi at the end of the day, as long as masaya ka, yun.
Manood ka ng movie.
Bahala ka dyan.
As long as masaya ka, bahala ka dyan. Tama.
Bahala ka
Kaya,
dyan.
so, kaya diba, as long as masaya ka, manood ka ng movie. Depende sa'yo kung anong sinihan.
Exactly.
SM ba yan? Kung trip mo sa recto manood.
I was about to say.
At masaya ka dun.
At talagang masaya ka dun.
Hoy!
May happy ending parati sa recto. Ay,
ito
sorry.
na naman tayo eh. Mga-one and mga-person lahat episode na naman tayo eh.
Morning show nga pala, morning show.
Morning show.
Morning guys, happy ending.
Okay, so now we're gonna go into the topic of watching movies then versus now. So, in my experience, kasi ako yung host for this episode, in my experience, movies then, talagang talagang exciting kasi parang bata ka, tapos napakalaki ng screen, talagang sobrang, exciting. Tapos, yung, syempre, yung pipila ka pa, so may added tension, may added anxiety na parang, ayun na, papasok tayo sinihan. Parang
Part
sobrang
of the
exciting.
Plot yung pagpunta, oo.
Oo, exactly.
Pagbili ng popcorn.
Yung bili ng popcorn, soda, ganyan, candy. Tapos yung isa, para sa akin kasi ako yung mahilig talaga ako manood ng movies. Ako yung tipong tao na kinokolekta ko yung ticket. Yung ticket ng sinehan. So parang pag nanonood kami, sinihingin ko yun, tapos tatabi ko yun para memories, ganun. So, parang sobrang exciting, parang napakasaya. Tapos, ngayon, yun na nga, like I mentioned in the previous segment, parang ngayon kasi because of the accessibility of movies, meron ng streaming services, meron ng Netflix, meron ng HBO Max, meron ng kung ano-ano pang iba-ibang streaming services. So parang yung excitement ng pagpila, ng pagbili ng popcorn, medyo nawala na. Tapos yun din, just because of the accessibility, parang sa kama ka na lang, hindi ka nagagalaw. I'm not trashing that kind of, yung ganong way na pagnood ng movie. Pero kasi, as a classic moviegoer, iba pa rin talaga yung feeling na nandun ka eh. Tapos meron din yung part na, streaming fatigue, yung parang, kasi pwede kang manood yung dire-diretso eh, di ba? Walang problema. For a price of one, na monthly mo binabayaran, pwede kang manood ng libo-libong movie. I guess yun yung positive doon. Kung talagang movie buff ka, bayad ka lang monthly, panoorin mo lahat ng movie na meron doon sa streaming services. While, yung classic moviegoer, bayad ka isang ticket, isang movie lang, siguro, at most, pinakamaabang movie, almost 4 hours, di ba?
Yeah.
So, yun lang. So,
let me bring back yung yung kanina. Iba yung Recto and Chill versus Netflix and Chill.
Ayun na naman. Morning show.
May hatid kasi yun eh. May hatid na.
Yes.
Hindi ko lang pwede banggitin dito. Pero may hatid yun na Alam mo yun?
May hatid talaga yun, pero seryoso daw, yung one ticket, 'di ba Migzy brought up Metro Manila Film Festival. Yes. 'di ba there are other film festivals na 'di ba New Zealand Film Festival, Italian Film Festival. Mga yun one to sawa yun. Like that's the closest anyone can ever get to binge watching back in the day.
Right.
Kung may mga film festival na international. Alala ko yun kasi napanood ko yung biopic ni Ayrton Senna. Not the new one on Netflix pero there was an actual documentary. Tas the next day nanood kami ng isa pang independent film, parang I Am Number 2 ata pangalan. Anyway, that's the closest people could ever get to watch. Iba yung thrill ng binge watching sa actual cinema. Yung magsi-cinema jumping ka versus yung nowadays okay, I watched 911, I'm gonna watch Family Guy now, parang ganun. Or I'm gonna watch Dune Part 1 and 2, tas lipat ako to ano yun, Inception, ganun.
Right.
Wow,
Yun nga eh, like yun yung negative with regards to accessibility. Kapag sobrang accessible, talagang parang natitake for granted na natin. Which also brings in nung panahon before, syempre, uso nun yung mga pirated DVD, CD sa palengke, di ba? Yun naabutan ko pa yung single movie, yung isang CD, isang movie. Kasi meron na yung yung isang CD
43 in 1.
43 in 1. Yan.
Oh, I love that.
Yung
parang
bibili mo
sa
sa
DVD ata yun.
DVD.
Sinulit eh.
Yung bibilin mo sa palengke or sa tapos may yung titingnan mo kung ano yung selection, kung may bago ba or wala. Tapos parang it adds to the yun nga parang binge watching kasi nga isang CD, pero yun nga again, isang CD lang yun na limited pa rin, hindi siya yung katulad ng Netflix na andyan kagad. Ito, meron nga, pero hindi pa rin yung pinaka-updated. I would say, mga 3 months, let's say, bagong labas yung movie. Lalabas yan sa mga DVD, mga 3 buwan. So, kailangan mo pang maghintay. So, may konting thrill pa rin.
Hindi, may isa pang thrill, may isa pa. Yung bibilin mo, kunwari, Expendables, yung, the action movie. Pero yung nilagay pala, Die Hard 2.
Yung poster lang mali.
Oo, tas
si
yung
Bruce
malupit.
Willis pa rin.
Bruce Willis pa rin. Pero malupit yung malupit yung subtitle file, yung 'di ba may subtitles 'yun. Yung nilagay nakakatawa. Transporter.
Mali yung subtitles.
Oo. Hindi, bonus points kung if none of the above. Naglagay lang ng random translation. Kasi naalala ko, nanood ako sa bus dati. Wow, sa bus nung may video on board, nung uso pa yung video on board na DVD. Nanood ako ng Kung Fu Panda, yung nilagay, parang Mr. Bean na subtitles. Tapos delayed pa siya. Pumapasok siya like 5 seconds after the dialogue. Tapos it gets progressively worse. Yung subtitles nasa credits scene na. Tapos na yung palabas.
Gusto ko yun. Oo nga.
Iba yung thrill na back in the day. Oh, manonood kaya ako ng The Expendables or manonood ba ako ng
Die Hard 2
na palabas? Mystery box pa rin kahit alam mo na yun yung binili mo eh.
Pero yun yung pinakamalaking like difference from before and now, yung accessibility of movies for everybody. Kasi yun nga because of the streaming apps nandiyan na kagad. Which brings me to the question, is there a movie na, kung meron kayong isang movie na papanoorin nyo for the rest of your life, anong movie yun? Ako, alam ko kagad yung movie. 3 Idiots sa akin. Yung si Amir Khan, yung engineer, yung tatlong engineer. Yun yung akin. Kasi yun yung nag-push sa akin maging computer engineer.
Oh.
Favorite ko talaga yung plot twist nun sa dulo. Anyway, I just had to bring that up. Siguro, just cause it's an anthology, ako lang. Not because Uma Thurman's in the movie. Or Pulp Fiction.
Fair.
Oh wait, yung Gen Z won't get that joke. Di na nila naabutan si Uma Thurman ng bata-bata pa.
Right.
Pero
that's
anyway,
fair.
Kasi talagang may order siya, 'di ba? Like everyone nowadays knows na if you watch it backwards from the original sequence, that's how the plot went talaga.
Right.
Pero my opinion, parang you could always structure a plot by watching the sequences in different order. Siguro.
Right.
Not to mention, that was a young Samuel L. Jackson. English, Muff! Do you read it? Do you speak it pala?
Ikaw, Stephen, ano yung movie mo?
Yun nga dahil hindi ako masyadong movie buff.
Godzilla 1998?
Hindi, yung original, yung black and white.
Sinerge ko ngayon, sobrang luma naman dun. Nakita ko, hindi naman yung gano'n.
Walang syudad na na-involve dyan. Miniature lang yan.
Movie, hindi ako, basta, ako siguro genre na lang ng movie. Anything na may yung parang spy kuno. Hindi siya totoong spy. Para siya yung mga tanga-tanga na spy.
No.
Johnny English?
Johnny English.
Ganun, or
Rush Hour. Wait.
Or
May mas classic pa dun. Austin Powers.
Yes.
Yeah, parang ganun. Pero hindi ko type si Austin Powers. I don't know why. Natatakot ako sa kanya.
It's fair.
But I
Medyo
like Mike Myers.
very adult humor kasi. It's fair.
Pero may isa akong gusto dun kasi, it's Godzilla! Copyright. Look! It's Godzilla! Nakakatawa dun yun yung kontrabida ng Tokyo Drift yung yung nagsalita nun. It's Godzilla! But due to copyright reasons, it is not. But still, it's Sonic, it's Godzilla! But he's not. Sorry. That scene lives in my head rent-free.
Welcome to GM2Me, where you send your questions in the evening and we answer it in the morning. This morning, we have a message from Kyle. Si Paring Kyle. Si Paring Kyle, 21 years old na taga-Taguig. Ang question niya ay, hey, GM2U, so I've always been a huge fan of movies like... Sabi niya, so I've always been a huge fan of movies, like I get obsessed with the behind-the-scenes stuff, how scenes are shot, all that. Lately, I've been thinking, what if I actually try to work in the film industry? The thing is, I'm taking a business course and I have zero background in anything film-related. I don't know if I want to write, direct, or edit. I just feel like I want to be part of telling stories that make people feel something. But is that just me being a fan too much? Is it unrealistic? Okay, Kyle, as someone who has an experience in regards to what you want to do, ako, graduate ako ng computer engineering. Wala akong ka-idea about social media, editing, videos, podcast recording, whatever. Pero dahil sa gusto ko siyang gawin, at the time, gusto kong tulungan yung ex-girlfriend ko matuto ng video editing. So, I had to learn it too. I learned it. I learned how to video edit. Kasi, for me, video editing or being part of anything film-related is very inspiring. Kasi you get to tell a story na talagang, whether it's your interpretation or it's an interpretation of how you think people will interpret it, if that makes sense. Kasi nakadepende na yan kung paano mo gawin yung storyline. Nakadepende na yan dun sa timeline ng story mo. So, as someone who made the jump from computer engineering to IT to social media to creatives, talagang it's a struggle. Don't get me wrong. Hindi siya ganoon kadaling gawin. Pero, the fact na nagawa ko siya, the fact na I was able to work for celebrities, for companies na malalaki, it's doable. So, if it's something that you really like to do, especially if you're a movie buff, gagawin mo siya eh. Tama? Tama. Gagawin gagawin mo siya eh.
Hindi, joke.
Ako, I agree 100% with Migs.
Yeah.
Pero siguro, the real talk part is you need to be ready to do it either by yourself or with fewer people. Exactly. Yun yung parang downside. Kasi same kami ng story ni Migs. I used to work for a production team. But screw them, they don't like me. Even if I help them bring up their brand. Whatever. Yun nga.
No. We get it. Bitter ka. Joke lang.
Oh yeah, I am.
Joke lang, baliktad pala. Sorry.
Baliktad ba? Oo nga pala.
Sorry na. My bad.
Pero yun yung sad part. I guess RG will also agree with me kasi doing it by ourselves is the hardest part.
Yes.
With no funding. with no funding, with zero funding, hahanap ka ng mga sponsor mo sa sarili mo, or kung paano mo survive yung
you'll be balancing jobs.
Paano mo gagawin yung production mo. Yeah. Oo. Tapos, there will be years na talagang puro pa-out lang.
Yes.
Out lang yung gastos mo. Yun lang siguro yung real talk. Regarding sa tinatanong niya.
Ako, may dugtong ako dun. Kasi, like a restaurant, you will, having been friends with filmmakers and mga, people in the video world, if you're gonna do film, you're gonna, like a restaurant owner, you will have to have done every role for you to call yourself one. Not necessarily be excellent in everything, pero magiging PD ka, magiging set designer ka, magiging cameraman ka, magiging DOP ka, magiging editor ka. You're gonna do every part of the production. If you really love film, actually any art naman, even music, I've been the executive producer of a thesis I released. Naging EP siya. EP. I had to be the producer, I had to be the marketer, I had to be the photo guy, the video guy, the recordist, the artist mismo, the instrument, session musician. Point being, you have to do everything. If you really love the craft, you would have to do everything for you to finish something. Kasi di ka naman Nolan na meron kang Hans Zimmer na kakilala, meron kang Bale na kilala or Cillian Murphy na kilala, ganun. You don't have a team behind you. You don't have production group sponsoring you. Point being, you're gonna have to do everything if you really love it. Yun lang yung real talk ko. Kasi, hindi, I mean, respeto, like, sa mga projects like the Blair Witch Project or Borat na run and gun videography lang. Pero, you're gonna, a quality film for the most part, kahit pangit siya objectively, like, a quality film has to have you do everything.
Yes. So, yeah.
May example actually ako dun. Si Vin Diesel. Sorry, wait, I just have to bring this up. Kaya sumikat si Vin Diesel kasi he released a film na siya mismo nag-score, siya mismo nag-edit, color grade, act in it, ask for friends to stand in as other characters. Kaya siya nag-take off, like, to what he is right now, the stereotypical family guy ng Fast and the Furious. It started because of that film kasi no one would take him kasi apparently a multiracial guy back in the 90s wasn't exactly parang on everyone's mind. Sorry, Migs, na-interrupt kita.
No worries. So yeah, Kyle, if you're watching this, yes, definitely, if it's your passion, pursue it. Don't let anyone stop you from chasing
We're not
your dreams.
stopping you, We're real talk lang.
Yes, don't let anyone tell you to, stop chasing your dreams. These are our experiences. Sabi nga nila, this is real talk for you. But at the end of the day, it's your decision to pursue this. So, as people, as the three of us who are actually able to do what you want to do, I'd say go for it. Kasi at the end of the day, what makes you happy, that's the most important.
Last, before we end, alanin mo, we're not in 1990. You don't have to buy you don't have to buy digital camera. Your iPhone. Ano nga ba sabi ni Hans Zimmer? A kid in his iPad can be making scores right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Unless a big organization or a corporation crushes your dreams.
Gets na namin bitter ka talaga. Joke lang.
And then blows you into thin air.
Gets na namin bitter ka talaga. Joke lang.
Anyway. That's it for our episode today. I'm Migs.
I'm Stephen.
I'm RG, and I will charge my iPhone. Naglobat ng camera.
And we'll see you again on the next episode. Bye-bye.